Are you ready?
Yeah, turn up the heat.
Are you ready?
Is he ready?
Oh, yeah, he's ready.
It's go time.
Ready to go beyond the scores and stats.
I love it.
Good.
Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Welcome to High on Sports.
The whole deal is like some kind of crazy game.
Exclusively on MorningShowCentral.com.
Hello and welcome to High on Sports. I'm Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
and I am Von Erich. And whether you're listening to us on one of the many glorious apps or at home on your computer, thank you so much for making High on Sports a part of your evening. It is semi-good to be back. It's good, but, don't want to talk about what we're going to have to talk about here in a minute. But we'll get to that. First of all, though, remember, as always, call the show toll-free, 1-888-668-0742. Get into the chat room. It asks for a password. You do not need to put one. Just put a name, hit enter. You are immediately logged in talking to me. I'm in there now. You're talking to me. You're talking to Ashley. You're talking to Von Erich. And whoever else may be signed in there tonight. So get in there. Give us your comments, questions, argue, agree, what have you. Email your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com. And remember, you can also tweet them to us. Tweet at high_on_sports, and they will come right to us through the magic of the internet, and we will know your question or comment, and we will share it on the show if it's good. So do that. And as always, remember, use the, if you also want to share something with us, hashtag high on sports, all one word. So yeah, Twitter's exciting. It's exciting. But don't forget either, get to the website, highonsportsradioshow.com. For our all the past shows in our archive. You sign up to a mailing list to be informed about the show and what we're doing. And you can check out my blog, which I've updated yesterday. So
I saw that.
Did you? I'm previewing the off season and sort of giving it's almost my wish list for the starting five going into next season. I break it down position by position, what the Cavs need to do, who they've got, if they're at the answer, or where they need to go to find the answer. So you want to check that out. And as always, feel free to, tweet at us or email us or whatever. Let us know your opinion on the blog, if you agree, disagree, what have you. So, yeah, check that out. Again, highonsportsradioshow.com. All right, well, let's do it. It's round one. Let's go.
See my enthusiasm about this?
All right. Well, I'm just going to do it like a Band-Aid. Just going to rip it right off. LeBron James and the Miami Heat are NBA champions.
Let's skip it. Go to the next story.
Well, forget it. No, we got to be gracious in defeat. Well, not gracious.
I'm in denial right now. This is not helping my cause.
It's one of the stages of grief. That's as soon as it happened. We always hear the stages of grief. There's like denial and bargaining and accepting and stuff like that. I was just wondering, as soon as the buzzer went off and the Heat won, I'm wondering, will I go through all of these? And I think first it was just denial, then depression, then acceptance. I just skipped some of them. I was like, I don't have the time. I only got a few days before I got to
I'm still in denial.
Honestly, I'm in acceptance at this point. I don't like it. Don't get me wrong, but it happened, and that's really it.
Well,
Is there a step called ignorance? Because I've chosen to ignore everything.
that's what I did. I've ignored the sports world from the start of the fourth quarter. I shut the game off, and I ignored the sports world for literally over almost a week. I refused. I would not watch anything that had anything to do with sports because I knew somebody would talk about it, and I'm like, I don't even want 2 seconds of it. So no, I'm done.
I took the opposite approach. See, Thursday was the game, and then Friday was.
She's on a sports show.
Yeah, that's great. That's good. Just admit that. I don't even know what sports is.
I had to block it out of my mind for a week.
But I chose the opposite approach. That Friday, the next day, I watched everything I could. And I knew it was just LeBron.
Exactly what I did.
And I tried to desensitize myself to it. If you find a poisonous plant, you're supposed to just rub yourself like crazy with it.
Just roll around in it, and eventually you'll become
immune to it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think I'm immune to it yet. It still kind of irritates me. But I can take it now. I can accept it. But the thing I got to say, though, and I got to be perfectly clear to people out there who want to call us haters, which I've said before on the show, calling someone a hater is just like, hey, I just lost the argument, is all you did there. Because as soon as whenever you're in a debate, especially about sports, with anyone about anything, and they call you, oh, you're just a LeBron hater or a Heat hater or whatever, they've just shown their complete relative lack of knowledge about anything they're talking about. Because now you being called a hater, you're not allowed to offer criticism, or you're just keep hating. There's no such thing as, there is a such thing as hate, but there's not hating. Oh, you're hating on this. Whatever. That's not real. It's called criticism. If I say something about LeBron and you disagree with me, offer me your points on how I'm wrong and how you're right. Don't say, well, you're a LeBron hater.
Yeah, because that's...
That's in my mind. I just won the argument because you just you threw the gun at me.
Because
you didn't try to shoot.
It means you have nothing. You have no comebacks. So that you pull that out.
They want to take the easy way out.
Yeah,
exactly. That's all.
It's because they're not good enough to have a comeback. So they just go, oh, well, you're.
So I'd like to point something out to you because obviously Facebook and Twitter and stuff was just riddled with LeBron haters gonna stop now. He shut you up. No, he didn't. Why the hell would he have shut me up? Nothing can shut me up, let alone this.
Right?
I mean, the fact of the matter is, the guy's still left with the decision.
He's still an idiot. And
he's still teamed up with other players. Instead of trying to get himself and his team better, he just decided to join forces, and let's be honest, colluded with opposing players to create, an NBA super team. And that's the part I don't like, that he had to basically, I wouldn't...
He took the easy way out.
Exactly.
Because he didn't have the balls to do it himself.
He copped out. Like, it would be like Jordan never could get, if he could, for the first couple of years, he could not get past those bad boy Pistons. It would be like he just joined them. Like, hey, I'm a free agent. I'll just go play for the Pistons.
Yeah.
Or he was like, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, come with me so we can take down the Pistons.
Yeah. I mean, are you kidding me?
Because that's really what this is. That's LeBron's like, we're not going to be able to get past the Celtics, for the next couple of years here. So... let me just join up with some other people who are going to have trouble getting past the Celtics, and we'll all work together and make the Celtics like nothing. And the Celtics are essentially nothing to them anymore. But the fact is, that's the part we dislike. People out there who done it, people not from Cleveland, let's be honest here, not from Northeast Ohio, that they don't seem to understand. It's not like, I hate that man because he doesn't have a ring. How does that make sense? Why are people like, well, he shut you up now you love him?
Right? No.
I hate you until you get a championship.
Yeah. Come on.
I mean, if that were true, we'd be singing Ben Roethlisberger's praises right now. Instead
that man
of
never deserved
some
a Super
people
Bowl,
like
that
you
douche.
basically choose to acknowledge he doesn't exist. You just...
Man's a... I'm not even going to say
All right, yeah.
No one wanted him to win. Nobody.
I know.
The only states that wanted him to win in ESPN polls were Florida and Washington. where Oklahoma City left, and that would be like saying that Cleveland wants the Baltimore Ravens to succeed.
Exactly. Those were the only two states that voted in that were in support.
It wasn't even states because it went worldwide.
Oh yeah, that's true. And
so all these other countries, everyone wanted Oklahoma City to win, except for Florida, where Miami is, and Seattle, Washington.
Washington. That's great. I just love that. When I saw that fact, they throw up the map. And there's Florida, obviously, and Washington, who's just bitter about it. But no disrespect, Washington. We're bitter about some things as well.
We know, yeah, because we had to watch Baltimore win a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You guys at least got the satisfaction of watching them lose.
But let's be honest, it's by no means done for the Thunder.
Yeah, I know they're going to win again.
They're not going anywhere, which is something that's bothering me. Is we're already, it seems like on TV and radio and stuff, it seems like analysts are already looking to the next championship. Like, can we just stop for a minute? We got a draft on Thursday. We got we got baseball going on this summer. Football's right around the corner. But no, they threw up the odds from Vegas of next year's championship.
Joe Dirt on my show already says that the Thunder and Heat are going to go at it again.
They got a pretty good chance, but I'm not going to put any sort of comment or bet like that on stone right now. There's an NBA offseason to be had. There's a draft. There's free agency. There's some stuff that's going to happen between now and the start of the season.
Olympics.
Exactly. Who knows if someone gets hurt and out for the season in the Olympics? We know Dwayne Wade is most likely not going to play in the Olympics now. I believe it was his knee.
Yeah, he
He's
might
choosing
have to have surgery.
Good.
Wow, our Olympics team just getting depressing. No Dwight Howard, no Dwayne Wade, no Derrick Rose.
But we still get gold medal.
Well,
Hashtag
yeah,
USA.
we'll still get the gold. Hashtag USA. That's right.
Because
no matter
America-
how bad we get, we're still every bit better than everyone else. That's pretty much how it works. Who's gonna beat us? Tel Aviv? No.
That's a city, not a country.
No, they got they have a
Well,
basketball
you know what?
team.
Somebody did beat us that one year. Was it LeBron's first year in the Olympics?
Yeah, that
Didn't
was.
we only get the
We got
bronze
the
or something?
bronze.
Yeah, because we
and
lost.
Then it was the Redeem team.
Yeah.
Was the
I'm like,
last Olympics.
yeah. I'm like, really? Best
More and more
damn
talk-
basketball players in the world, and you lost.
More and more talk, by the way, of this being the last year NBA players are in the Olympics. A lot of factors coming in, but they might be going to an under 23 rule, which is going to be made up mostly of college players, like it used to be back in the day.
And we still ruled.
And we'll still dominate it. It's really not going to change. But the one of the major factors is there's the world championships that go on in the alternating 2 years or whatever. So it's like Olympics, nothing, and then the world match or whatever, where it was mostly the young guns would be playing in. Like last year, almost nobody from the real Team USA played. So Kevin Durant got in there, Russell Westbrook, a bunch of these just little kids coming in there, and of course they won gold. Now there's the talk of making that though changing it into a sort of World Cup of basketball, making it a bigger deal. So every 4 years from that, you'd have the Basketball World Cup, which would be the big deal that the NBA would be involved in. And then the Olympics would sort of just be like, meh. Basically kind of like the soccer world is right now, where no one really talks
It's like-
about
it would be like
Olympic
home-
gold in soccer.
It would be like home run
Soccer's
derby.
soccer's not in the Olympics.
Yes, it is.
You're a liar.
No, soccer's in the Olympics.
Yes.
Oh, it is in the Olympics. You're right.
That's my point exactly, right there. You know when the World Cup's going on, but you have no clue who's playing soccer in the Olympics.
You're right.
I know Team USA didn't qualify,
Nope.
so that's good.
Bastards.
We have that to be thankful for.
But some of these Olympic events kind of suck anyway.
No, they're awesome. Ping pong,
Dude, man.
weightlifting.
Like, I swear to God, they just find the
I
most
love it.
random ass activities and they put them in the Olympics. And you know what? Why not?
Exactly.
Go represent your country in some arm wrestling or something.
But isn't that the best part? How often on this show can we analyze people's ability to play ping pong? Never.
Hey,
Dude,
until the Olympics.
them damn Asians can play some pong,
Well,
man.
I got an idea.
Okay.
I got an idea. How about we make our own Olympics up for High on Sports?
And play ping pong?
Well, no.
I will dominate every single
Bring
sport.
it. No, it's over. I've already won everything.
Well, no. We make our own thing, and maybe we'll bring dwarfs in or something.
There you go. Did
Yeah.
you say dwarfs?
Yeah, dwarfs.
Oh,
Yeah.
if we can get some, sure.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
The dwarf Olympic.
Yeah.
If anybody's got a dwarf guy.
High on
someone
Sports. High on Sports Dwarf Olympics.
Why
There you
can't
go.
We just have a
If
show
you're
Olympics. I'm
It's 'cause
taking
there's
you both
3 of
on.
us.
Yeah, well,
There's 3 of us. I would only win ping pong, and
We
that'd be
tried
about
that
it.
already, actually. Remember the softball thing we tried?
the what?
The softball, league that we were going to try for the station?
Yeah, that never
Oh
happened.
yeah, we were supposed
Yeah,
to
that
do
never
that.
happened.
Yeah,
Now I wish we would, because now we're the only show with a veteran softball player.
yeah, kind of awesome like that.
Yeah, that would have been
Kind
great.
of awesome. I had a really bad day yesterday though,
Okay.
but my team won.
We're just gonna. Oh, you meant in sports. I thought you were
Yeah.
just like, I had a bad day yesterday.
No,
let me tell
at
you about it.
softball, but
It
we
was a
won
rough
though,
day.
and it was against my old team that gave me the boot. So it was rather
Vengeance.
gratifying.
Vengeance.
gratifying.
Anyways.
What was the line? 0 for 4?
Well, we play a double header. I was like 2 for 7.
That's bad.
It was a bad day.
That
I
sounds
got
like
eaten
a
up
bad
at
day.
third too, and then I almost died.
Anyways, interesting discussion we had before the show. By the way, we're still talking about the Heat winning the championship, unfortunately.
That's why I took us off track.
Interesting proposal. We were talking about the Heat is the biggest culmination of stars getting together outside of The Avengers. Number 3 highest grossing movie of all time, both domestic and internationally. So we were thinking, and we want to know your opinion out there, you out in radio world, internet radio world out there. We want to know your opinion. Who from the Heat would be any given Avenger? For example, I would think mostly we're trying to figure out what Avenger would LeBron James be. My thinking is for Mike Miller, I think he'd be Hawkeye. He's the one with the arrows from
Yeah.
long distance. Because Mike Miller was
That's ugly.
totally, and if you saw the movie, Hawkeye's totally useless until like near the end. And that's exactly what Mike Miller was. Utterly useless. He was just an extra body taking up a seat until Game 5 when he just suddenly could not stop hitting threes. So that's my take on it, and we want to know your take at home. Tweet it to us at @high_on_sports or #HighOnSports. Let us know who from the Heat would be what Avenger. Specifically, we're looking for LeBron. What Avenger is LeBron James? Let us know in your opinion. And, of course, you can always put it on our Facebook. Just search High on Sports Radio. Comment on the wall or what have you. If members of the Miami Heat were Avengers, who would they be?
Is the Ant-Man an Avenger?
He is in the comics, but not in the movie yet.
I was just curious.
They're working on the movie. They're trying to get it done. Edgar Wright from Shaun of the Dead. He's directing it. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. Ant-Man, I like that. Last year he was Ant-Man. He would shrink in the fourth quarter. Shrivel up into nothing.
Yeah.
I like that. Go ahead. If you want to go off movie out there, fans out there, if you want to go off movie, feel free. I'll be nothing but impressed. Again, that's at @high_on_sports or #HighOnSports or High on Sports Radio on Facebook. Let us know who the Miami Heat would be if they were Avengers. Go ahead. Best ones we'll post on the Facebook and the Twitter and share with you maybe next week. We'll see. But anyways, that's enough. That's enough for now. We gave it a good 16 minutes. 15 factor in the intros and stuff. We gave it about 15 minutes. I think that's fair enough. So we can just forget that this season happened altogether. Erased. Let's talk about the NBA draft is this Thursday. And remember, like with almost every draft, aside from hockey because I don't care, and baseball because I'm on air while it's happening, I will be live tweeting it. So find me on Twitter at eRalphieW, one word, at eRalphieW, and I will be doing my tweet-by-tweet, pick-by-pick analysis, I should say, on Twitter of the first round. If there's some interesting picks in the second round, though, I'll chime in. We'll see. But usually, after 30 picks, my fingers are a little tired, so I give them a break. But we'll see. But then last year, of course, I had to chime in to tweet when guys with funny names started going off the board, like Chiquita Berry. That could not keep that one to myself. The world had to know about Chiquita Berry. But again, the draft is this Thursday. I believe coverage starts at 7. The draft starts at 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. We'll keep you informed. And remember, that's at eRalphieW on Twitter. So check that out. Bless you.
Thank you.
And now I have made my mock draft, my official NBA mock draft, first round. Yes, I did. But before that, it seems like every time we come on air, there's another new rumor about a potential trade for the Cavs. Now, word is, though, that this trade has been shot down, but there actually hasn't even been official word that this trade was offered to begin with. So I want to know, would you pull the trigger on this? Golden State Warriors offering the Cavs the number 7 pick in exchange for Anderson Varejao and pick number 24. You give up Anderson Varejao, pick number 24, and then you get the 7th pick. You're picking 4 and you're picking 7. Would you pull the trigger?
I can't give up Andy.
So you're a no. What do you think, Von Erich? Would you do it?
That's tough.
I might.
I wouldn't hesitate. I'd just pull the trigger.
Obviously it's for a number 7 pick, but Andy.
I love
can't
Andy.
Do it.
I love Andy, but
Andy loves
what is his
future
hospitals.
here?
He loves.
He's still got a few years left.
He does,
and you know what? He gives it 110% every game.
He does. I'll give you that. But here's the thing, and I talk about the potential future of Anderson Varejao with this team in my my latest blog, which of course you can find highonsportsradioshow.com. Go there now and read it. But I'll say this. I mentioned that too in the blog, is 110%. But he's going to be 29 years old when the season starts. 29, not crazy old per se, but for a guy who plays the way he does, his only advantage over you really is that he is going all out with the effort and the hustle. How much hustle is really going to be left when he gets into his 30s? For a guy who's been running as much as he has for the last nearly a decade, not to mention the fact that his last 2 seasons have been cut more than in half by injury.
Yeah.
He's played 52 games over the last 2 years. 52 over the last 2 years. I love Anderson Varejao. I truly do. I love what he brings to the table. Unfortunately, he hasn't been at the table lately. He's been off somewhere else getting hurt. I mean, I love what he brings, like I said, but if the guy's not there to bring it to you, then what's the point? And if they're willing to offer a number 7 pick and take his injuries on themselves, go ahead.
Basketball-wise, it makes sense, but coming from the heart, I love Andy too much.
I love him too, but
basketball-wise, it would be a legit move. It makes perfect sense.
And with that, you can go either you can go a 2 or a 3 small forward or shooting guard, maybe a small forward who can play shooting guard with that number 4 overall pick, and then at 7 you can look for your center. You could possibly go Andre Drummond there. I mean, something to think about. Anderson Varejao is going to be the starting center game 1 if he's not traded, which it looks like he won't be. But other than that, it looks like he will start at center. But let's be honest, here's something we forgot. He's not a center. We've convinced ourselves over the last 2 years, Anderson Varejao, he's a center. No, he's a center because we've got no other option.
Yeah.
He's a power forward. He's a backup power forward. He excels and has had some of his best seasons coming off the bench at power forward. Now we have him starting at center. I mean, that's one thing that could help the Cavaliers immensely if they could get someone else to start at center. There was rumors this season that the Cavs might be interested in trading for Chris Kaman from the New Orleans Hornets, and everybody thought that was crazy because the guy's like 30, and it's like, why aren't we supposed to be trying to get younger? But that's exactly why we were trying to make that move. We're looking for a legitimate 7-footer and have Andy come off the bench. Because Andy, if we can package that 110%, that hustle, that high-intensity play, and use it sparingly, that's going to help him last longer, and that's going to help this team do better long-term. So I really think a center is a position they need to address. I think in my mock, I'll give a little spoiler here, I have them addressing center with the number 24 pick, but a developmental center. You're not going to get a day 1 starter really at any position with that 24 pick. But you can get a guy who in a season or 2 maybe, can be the guy and be the starter on this team. So that's why I think they go big. I think they're looking 7 foot or more with that 24th pick. Have someone sit behind Andy, learn the position, and come in and eventually take that starting role. So now I will share with you some of my mock draft. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I will post the whole thing on the website tonight. Again, highonsportsradioshow.com. I'll have it up there later tonight, but I'll give you the top 10 and what I think the Cavs will do with the 24th pick. All right, I start off crazy. I go way out on a limb with this first one. Hornets, Anthony Davis, power forward, Kentucky.
You're kidding.
I know. You people at home just probably spit out your beverages on your computer, and I apologize. Get a towel, wipe it off, because it's more crazy coming up. Bobcats, Thomas Robinson, power forward, Kansas. It's to be expected. Although there is some reports coming out now that the Bobcats may look Beal at 2, which is leading some to believe the Cavs might be interested in trading up to pick 2, which I don't know. Number 3, the Wizards. Originally, a lot of people thought they were going to go Kid Gilchrist at that pick. Problem is, and I don't know why the Hornets did this. What a stupid move. The Hornets agreed to take Rashard Lewis's contract, his bloated, dying contract, and he brings nothing to the table anymore. You're literally going to pay this guy to sit down and watch your team play, and you're going to pay him way too much to do it. They've taken Rashard Lewis's contract, and in exchange given Emeka Okafor and Trevor Ariza to the Washington Wizards. Ariza is a pretty solid 3 or small forward, and it's very likely he's going to come in day 1 and have that starting spot, which would mean that the Wizards are just going to be looking at shooting guard, really, which is going to mean Bradley Beal I have going 3 to the Washington Wizards. Obviously, he's number 1 on my board as far as who I want, but if he's not there, I don't know if you move up for him. Not what it would take to move up to 2.
No.
I don't think you do. And then we have the Cavaliers on the clock, and I say the first member of the new Cavaliers team is going to be small forward Michael Kidd Gilchrist out of Kentucky. Could potentially move over to the 2 or shooting guard. So he could maybe play there. The one problem I have is one of the biggest things the Cavs need right now is scoring. And he is really a defense-first kind of guy. That's why I love Beal so much. He's nothing but buckets all day, every day. And that is what I want, really more than anything from this draft. Now we move to number 5, the Kings center out of UConn, Andre Drummond. I have the Trailblazers at 6 going for Harrison Barnes, small forward UNC. I have the Warriors selecting Terrence Ross, shooting guard, small forward out of Washington. Raptors at 8, Dion Waiters, shooting guard, Syracuse. A lot of mystery surrounding Waiters, as Waiters was the kid who really, one day into the workouts and everything, mysteriously canceled every workout he has. Agreed not to show up really for anyone. Basically just said, I won't go put my talents out there. The belief is, because obviously you wouldn't just do that. That's really stupid. The belief is a sort of middle-of-the-lottery team may have struck an under-the-table deal with him. Like, we will select you for sure, without a doubt, but you have to stop working out for other teams. So basically, we leave you a mystery that no one's really willing to take a chance on. Yet we know that you're our guy. And the team that I believe made that deal with him, allegedly, is the Toronto Raptors. Number 9, Pistons. This is where a lot of mocks, and myself included at first, had Ohio State Buckeye Jared Sullinger going 9 to the Pistons. Not the case anymore. Medical red flag. This news actually broke, I think, when we were leaving the studio last week.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to talk about it on the show. Got the medical red flag on his back. Doctors saying stay the hell away. I don't think it drops him out of the first round. I think it drops him about a third of the draft. He goes back about 10 picks. I have him going in that 19 to 20, 21, 22 range. Somewhere around there. I will say this, though. This is something to think about. If he's available at 24, I do not see the Cavaliers pulling the trigger. I mean, we love the idea of a Buckeye coming to the Cavs. It's like a Buckeye coming to the Browns, you know. It's something we always want every year. But it's just not worth it. That medical red flag, not to mention he's undersized at his position, and the Cavs do not need another power forward.
That's true.
They have 2 power forwards right now that split time last year at center.
Yeah.
Also
Andy and
breaking
Tristan
today
Thompson.
that Jared Sullinger,
That's right.
uninvited to the draft. Yeah, he'll have
Well,
to.
because they only invite, what, the top 15?
Now he,
the top 10?
now he was invited, but they uninvited him? Just so I'm
Yes.
clear on that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because, well, they only invite, like, the top 10 picks, top
But they don't know.
15.
But they don't know.
And they figure with
have
the
an idea.
red shirt. Well, because I mean, their insiders talk to all the teams, and they get an idea of who the top 10 is going to be, and they probably send out like 15 invites. And everyone said no, we're probably not taking him now. So
Yeah, I'm looking at the report now.
uninvited him.
It says NBA Executive Vice President said he will not be there based on the reports that the league had received that Sullinger wouldn't be selected in the top 15.
You got to think.
That sucks.
Knowing there was almost a lock your top 10, comparing that to now, how much that would suck to be there. Just sitting there and watching that clock tick away.
it's like Brady Quinn all over again. He sat there for like 2
20
rounds.
picks, honestly, will just fly by, but for him, it's going to seem
Yeah.
like 8 hours.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
saying now that he will be watching the NBA draft from inside a Columbus restaurant.
He's at a Chili's in Columbus.
Well,
just
I think
watching it on the TV.
I think they're throwing a big party for him.
I don't think they are. I think he's at a Chili's. I think he's at an
Really?
Applebee's enjoying
Applebee's.
half-price appetizers after 9 p.m. in select locations. And he's just sitting there munching on some spinach dip and some chips, watching the draft alone. That's what he's doing in my mind, alone at an Applebee's. Anyways,
Alone.
no, he's completely by himself.
Applebee's is dead that night.
Yeah. No one else in Columbus wanted Applebee's.
Nope, just him. There's not even anyone else in the restaurant except the servers. And they're all talking about him behind his back, how depressed he looks. At number 10, I have the Hornets selecting Damian Lillard, point guard, Weber State. Now, a lot of mocks I've read, and I've read quite a bit, trust me. I start reading mock drafts for things, I think, before anyone. I've already read an NFL 2013 mock draft and had my personal opinions on where they made some mistakes. But the drafted community, I got to be honest, in the sports world, the draft is like my favorite thing. prefer like mostly the NFL draft, but the NBA draft I love it almost just as much. But it's still NFL first for me. By the way, Indians playing the Yankees right now. The Yankees have jumped out to a 2-0 lead on the Tribe in, I believe, the first.
Yeah.
So I'm just getting that across the stat line, by which I mean I have it playing live in front of me. Anyways, so yeah, I have the Hornets taking Damian Lillard, point guard, Weber State. A lot of mocks I've read have shooting guard Austin Rivers at this position. When you're as bad as the Hornets and it's a top 10 pick, you gotta go for a starter, and they have Eric Gordon to start at shooting guard. So trust me, they're not gonna go shooting guard at number 10. And now we jump down at number 24, I should say. I have the Cavaliers' Fab Melo, center out of Syracuse. He can't score right now. He can block shots, but that's about it. But I'll tell you what, he's 7 feet tall, and you can't teach that.
Yeah, you can't teach height.
Absolutely cannot teach that. All right, well, as I said, the rest of the mock draft will be available for your viewing pleasure on the website, High on Sports Radio Show, tonight after the show. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, you're going to find out what's urinating us off. We're going to talk a little about what's the Indians' counter move here that now that Youkilis is a White Sox. And very, very soon, we're going to have playoffs in college football. We'll get to that, too. All that and much, much more. You're listening to High on Sports on the MSC Radio Network.
Oh, great. Not another Farmville request. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/Morning Show Central. Denying one Farmville request at a time. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com.
I'm Eric Poston from NeoWeather.com, bringing you your MSC weather forecast. Here on this Monday, June 25th, 2012. Well, after a beautiful Monday, expect a nice night shaping up as we will drop to near 50 with clearing skies. Making our way into Tuesday, more of the same. Sunny skies, and we will be topping out in the upper 70s to near 80. On Wednesday, a little bit warmer, sunny skies, and we'll be in the lower 80s. As we make our way towards the end of the week, Thursday, sunshine, high of 90, and in the upper 80s for your Friday, with the risk of a few showers and storms.
Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits. A 99.5% uptime guarantee and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you. User-friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com. Cocaine Energy Supplement. Due to great consumer demand, Redux Beverages has officially announced the return of its world-famous Cocaine Energy Supplement. It's now available at retail locations across the country, as well as online at ReduxDirect.com. That's ReduxDirect.com. Don't forget to be part of the all-new Cocaine Energy Supplement social network, where you can meet other Cocaine Energy Supplement fans from around the world. Cocaine Energy Supplement. You can become a member. You can become a member by logging on to lovecocaine.com. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies has its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, Pete99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to Pete99.com. Pete99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. Pete99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
Rise above the clutter, brand your identity, and make a statement. Broken Fan Media. Expert video production, television and web commercials, music video, real estate tours, live concerts and events, state-of-the-art post-production, video and audio editing. Check us out on the web at brokenfanmedia.com. 434-944-0472. Broken Fan Media. The next generation of sight and sound.
If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. You're listening to MSC Radio Network, and like anything else on the internet, it runs on computers. Lots of computers. And you know, when you're dealing with computers, hard drives sometimes crash. That happened here at MSC, and you know what saved them? Rectify backup software. Don't believe us? Well, ask yourself this question. Are you backed up? Probably not. So don't be that guy and wait till it's too late. MSC did their research and tried tons of different backup programs and chose Rectify backup software. You know, peace of mind is priceless, and Rectify can give you and your computer system that peace of mind. Find out more at rectify.com. That's RECTIPHY.com. Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call
Joe the Printer Guy!
Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy. From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Hello, and welcome back to High on Sports. I am Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
And I am Von Erich.
Aside from that moment right there, best starting lineup in sports radio, period. All right.
Yeah, excuse us. We were just looking at our fantasy baseball scores from last week.
Oh,
how am I doing?
You're not gonna like what happened to you last week. You don't want to know what I just looked. You don't want to know.
I want to know. I haven't honestly. I'll be honest with you guys. I'll be on the DL with you. I don't remember the last time I looked.
I'm kind of right there with you.
You should start looking.
Did you do me? Do an auto pick and then let it go?
No, we didn't have a team for you.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Sorry. I am 2.5 men.
Yeah, and last week you went
I'm winning 10-0. But
well, that's today.
I lost to Von Erich. I put up a gentleman's 266, which actually would have won in a couple of these matchups.
Yeah, probably.
While Von Erich put up...
No, it would have won in one. No, two. Okay, two.
An obscene, borderline offensive 522.
That's just nasty.
Wow. I did have Justin Masterson put up 38 points for me.
Woo.
Go Tribe, still losing 2-0. With one out in the second.
Yeah, but we
got one out. One out.
Arizona starting pitcher Wade Miley start 2 games for me and gave me a smooth 53 for the week.
Wow.
Do you even know who Wade Miley is? Because I sure as hell don't.
But you got him on your team.
I heard his name once when I was doing the show. a second ago, but that's about it. Really, aside from that, no, I'll level with you. All right. Well, anyways, whether you're listening on one of the many glorious apps or at home on your computer, thanks for making High on Sports a part of your evening. Remember, as always, call the show toll free 1-888-668-0742. Email your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com. Get into the chat room. It asks for your password. You do not need to put one. Put a name, hit enter. You are immediately logged in, talking to myself, Ashley, Von Erich, whoever else may be in there. Von Erich actually shared a fun little link that I'm going to make you go in the chat to see. Very fun, very entertaining. You want to check that out. Remember, morningshowcentral.com/watch. Why am I plugging the website to listen to the show? If you're clearly, you have to be listening to me to be at that link.
So they
Anyways,
can tell their friends.
Tell your friends, morningshowcentral.com/watch.
They could be listening on their phone on
That's
the
true.
TuneIn radio app.
That's right. Well, put your phone down, bring up your computer, morningshowcentral.com/watch. Get into the chat room via the instructions I just gave. Again, no password.
Don't
needed.
do it while you're driving.
Do not do anything while you're driving.
Except drive.
Park, play the show, start playing it on your phone, which is plugged into some sort of radio system in your car, and then proceed to drive. So do that. And remember to tweet at High on Sports, at high_on_sports. And remember, follow me on Twitter at eRalphieW for my pick-by-pick analysis of this Thursday's NBA draft. And remember, we got our open question right now, open to the floor, to the chat, to people on Twitter, Facebook, wherever. Miami Heat, biggest congregation of stars since the Avengers. So we want to know what Avengers are members of the Miami Heat. Specifically LeBron. We're looking for LeBron, but if you want to share another one, and give us your reason, too. Don't just say Chris Bosh is Thor. You know, why is he Thor? Go a little more in depth with it.
Is there
Think
a
it out.
dinosaur Avenger?
I don't think there is. If there is, he's him.
That's Larry Bird.
I'm
sure
telling
if I
you,
really
he
thought
never.
about it.
Tyrannosaurus Rex man?
He never should have left the Raptors because after he
looked
retired
like a
from
raptor.
basketball, he literally could have been their mascot because he looks like a
Exactly.
freaking raptor.
No one looks like a Heat now. That's not a
No,
thing.
he
That's a
could have just
climate.
retired from basketball and gone straight into being their mascot because he looks just like a raptor.
Did you
It's eerie.
Real quick, did you guys hear any of the news reports? Like weathermen in Cleveland, they were like using the Heat and the Thunder in their references during the whole entire game.
Yeah.
Weatherman
Oh my
humor
God,
is always great.
Yeah. Oh, there was no thunder tonight. It was all heat. Okay.
Anyways,
Great,
sometimes you
thank
can
you.
have thunder because of the Heat, so there's that. Anyways, remember though, yeah, with when you're answering who are the Heat, if they were the Avengers, share with us either at high_on_sports, hashtag High on Sports, or hashtag Heat Avengers. Just made that one up. Hashtag Heat Avengers to share with us what Avengers members of the Heat would be. Again, hashtag Heat Avengers. One word. Do it. Just created it. I'm brilliant. Anyways, so let's get right. Oh, and remember, get to the website, high-on-sports-radio-show.com. I cannot say that enough. high-on-sports-radio-show.com. Get there again. If you're not driving, bring up another tab and go there. If you're driving, don't be on a computer. That is just stupid. That is just stupid. And you are asking for bad things to happen. But hurry
I don't even
home.
know why that's an option in cars anymore.
I know. Just close your laptop and put it in the passenger seat. Anyways, high-on-sports-radio-show.com. Check out my latest blog. It's sort of my wish list of what I want the starting five to be going into next season for our beloved Cleveland Cavaliers. Repping the jersey tonight. Probably repping it next week, too. This is in honor of pre-draft, and next week will be in honor of post-draft. And then it'll be up in the rafters of my room for a while until it's time to come back out when the season starts. But anyways, again, high-on-sports-radio-show.com. All right, jam-packed show for you. Let's get right into the things here. It is round 2. Let's go.
Deuce.
The deuce. All right, well, we're going to start with a mainstay of High on Sports, and that is, of course, what's urinating us off. And we're going to start, as we always do, with Von Erich. Von Erich, what's urinating you off?
All right, well, the people that are listening right now, they are obviously fans of High on Sports.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Hey,
also
guys.
fans of us on Facebook.
Yeah.
There's facebook.com/High on Sports.
Exactly.
That's our fan page. And as they can probably tell, they see, every so often, which sometimes is more often than not, they see some of our memes that we like to put up. Usually making fun of LeBron or making fun of, something that happens in sports. We did a Sean Payton one, and like a few other people who got suspended. But the problem is when I'm sending these memes, like not only to the High on Sports world, I'm submitting them to the other meme sites, whether it's NBA memes, MLB memes, and sports memes, Sports Comedy Network. And, we get good response from them, usually. But sometimes you'll get these 12-year-old punk kids who think that they're funnier than us. And
bastards.
They say that we don't put enough memes out and they don't mean a lot. So they'll throw out 30 memes over the course of an hour. And they're usually garbage. So that's what's urinating me off is these little kids are calling us out when we're doing nothing but putting out quality memes. They don't call me the meme machine for nothing.
They do. They call him that. I've been there.
Brand new nickname, just anointed to me right now. Hashtag meme machine.
Meme
High
machine.
on Sports.
That's great.
You were just complimenting me on my meme that I put out earlier tonight.
Of popular Futurama character and world-renowned doctor Zoidberg.
Talking about Genmar Gomez's ERA. Not too good, but what are these little punk kids going to do? They're going to put 30 memes out within the course of a minute, and they're going to be garbage. They're not going to make any sense.
Memes they should be about quality, not quantity. You know? And I'm sick of, can I just say one thing? I'm sick of the Dos Equis guy. I love him. He's great. You got a fine advertising campaign there. But, like, there's no way he's doing all of your stuff, people making those memes. He's always like, I don't always, use shampoo, but when I do, it's Head and Shoulders. Why are you not always using shampoo? What's wrong with you? Some of these things, it's like you have to be doing it on a more consistent basis. I mean, that's just me. I don't know. But some of them are just ridiculous. Like, I don't know. But yours are great, Von Erich. They're very in touch with the sports community and such as and things. So, I mean, if people don't get yours, it's because you don't understand the sports world.
It's because they're little 12-year-old kids who think they're funnier than other people, and they're really not. They just need to shut up and go back into their room.
Yeah, so you guys can understand why I'm urinated off.
I'd be urinated off, too. Damn
it's
little
just
punk kids.
These internet people. The internet community refers to them as trolls. And it's these people that go into chat rooms and message boards and stuff. Figure you can't see my face, so I'll just run my mouth off and say whatever I want because it can't come back to me.
Exactly.
Well, it's like
and I'd be like, then come to my face, I'll backhand you little bastard.
It's like that picture that I posted up on the Morning Show Central Facebook page about LeBron and his mother and Bosch and all that. I posted up a simple picture asking, is this picture true? And if it is, wow, that's all I posted.
Exactly.
And then everybody and their mother's like, oh, dude, you guys suck. MSC sucks. I'm like, I didn't make the picture. I just asked the question. Is this picture true?
It's don't shoot the messenger. We, as High on Sports, and I'm speaking right now on behalf of Morning Show Central as a whole, we are media. All right, we are newsmen. Whether we put our own spin on it or whatever, either way, we are technically men of the news and women of the news. But I mean, what we're presenting to you. Don't hate us for saying it. You know what I mean? Like when like my boss just said, or like Chris just said, he posted a picture reportedly of Delonte West kissing LeBron James's mom. He's not saying like, look what happened. This happened. Suck it. Like he said, does anyone know if this really happened? Because if it did, holy crap, And then people want to get mad that you even shined a light on it. Don't get mad on us for shining a light on things. Get mad at things for happening.
Yeah, these people would have never seen it, regardless.
Exactly. We didn't make that. We didn't take that picture. We are saying, here's a picture. Is it real? Home run Yankees, 2-run. It's 4-0. Anyways, that sucks. Just perfect way to end that rant. There you go.
So trolls are urinating me off.
Exactly. They're ridiculous. Grow a pair, Internet. Fight us like men.
Yeah, I see that happening soon.
Balls in your court, entire Internet. So, get on it. Yeah, I just said 2-run homer. It's 4-0. The bottom of the second.
The hell?
Oh, dear.
Crap on a biscuit.
Pretty much.
Damn it, Tomlin.
Oh, Josh. Anyways, thank you so much for sharing what's urinating us off. You off, I should say. And now we go to Ashley, but wait! I have just made an executive decision as we're running a little low on time, and we got some other stuff I want to get to. I am waiving my urinating off, and I am forcing you to waive yours. So you do not get one this week.
Wave goodbye.
Say goodbye to it. Wave it goodbye.
That's technically acceptable because I guess that you are in charge.
I am. I guess? What do you mean you guess? I'm wearing the pants here, woman. Get on it or get out. Anyways, so that is it for urinating us off. We're done with that, except now I'm going to urinate off of you. But we'll talk about that after the show. Anyways, we're going to talk about something here, speaking of the Indians going on right now. And this is something I definitely want Von Erich's opinion on. News breaking yesterday. He actually is playing today. Not sure if he started yet. I think they tee things off in about 10 minutes. Kevin Youkilis traded to the White Sox while the Indians game was going on yesterday. So then all of a sudden that was all people could talk about was the White Sox, who currently have a half-game lead. And if this continues, maybe more. But at this moment, they have a half-game lead. They've just added Kevin Youkilis. He will presumably come in and play third. Now, all of a sudden, everyone's like, well, sorry, Indians. You know, too bad. You could have had him, and now you're screwed unless you make a move. But you know what? That is so not – that could not be more wrong. You know what Youkilis is doing right now this season? He's batting .233 with just 4 home runs, 39 strikeouts, 14 walks in 146 plate appearances.
And he's playing kind of crappy defense.
Yeah, he has not been good this season. He's already missed 30 games. 30 games!
Yeah.
30 games!
But
already!
We were supposed to jump on that train.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Cleveland.
Von Erich,
pull your heads out of your butts.
Is this a big deal? Is he going to flick it on, come into a contender here, or are we fine as far as this goes? No. Obviously, the Indians have some other issues, but I mean, do they need to make a move directly in regards to this?
He's not going to turn it on. He's in his late 30s.
33.
30. Okay, mid to late 30s. Wow, that young, huh?
Yeah, right.
I guess that's better than Derek Lowe.
That's true. He's 87.
My mistake on that.
But speaking of age, though, Jamie Moyer cut again.
By the Baltimore Orioles.
By the Orioles this time.
Made 3 starts in the minors. We won't talk about
Go get him, Tribe. Go on, Von Erich.
Maybe. But I don't think they need to make a move concurrent to this because what's he going to play? He's going to play third base for the White Sox, maybe a little bit of first when Konerko's not playing. Where was he going to play for us? Maybe first?
Probably first, mostly.
And I would say Kochman / Laporta would be a better option than Youkilis.
That's true. You got Kochman for his defense, and Laporta, if he can ever really figure out his bat, you know.
Yeah, well, it's pretty obvious that Laporta's not going to do any better than AAA. He tears the cover off the ball in Columbus. There's no question about it. But when he comes up to the majors, he's not able to flip that switch.
No, it's because he can only hit a fastball. And down in the minors,
not
everybody has 6 different pitches. He comes up here, everybody knows he can only hit the fastball. Don't throw him the fastball, throw him everything else. And he's garbage.
Yeah, and at this point of the season, we're pretty far away from the trade deadline. There's not going to be too many big bats available. Many are maybe a Carlos Lee from Houston, who we just faced over this past weekend, and maybe a couple other guys, but I don't see them making a trade probably within the next 2 or 3 weeks. Definitely not that soon.
I have to say something, though, in regards to something Ashley said about only being able to hit a fastball. If you recall the movie Major League, classically trained actor Dennis Haysbert's character, Pedro Serrano, could only hit the fastball. Every fastball he saw was gone, but he could not hit a curveball. But you know what? He figured it out, and he found a way, and they went on to, I don't know what, losing the World Series or something, however that movie ended. They weren't very specific.
No, I think
what was that, part 1?
They had them win in the playoffs
first one,
against the Yankees.
It was the only one that was good. The second one wasn't as good.
They got progressively worse. The third one, you ever seen the third one?
No.
Oh my God!
It's because it wasn't like any of the original characters. They just some a-hole grabbed the title Major
Dorn
League.
And Pedro Serrano were in part 3.
Tom Berenger was Jake Taylor yet again, the catcher, the over the hill catcher. I mean,
they never. Some movies they are great, but you can't make a sequel out of them because some Yahoo gets in charge of making the sequel and they screw it all up.
They couldn't even bring Wesley Snipes back for 2. They had to get that black doctor from House.
Omar Epps.
He's a fun guy. He looks exactly like Mike Tomlin, the head coach of the Steelers. Like,
yes, he does.
They're separated at birth.
It's pretty close.
Separated at birth. I mean, come on. Anyways, Major League's great. That was the point I think we were all headed to. And now we're going to talk a little bit of college football. In that the BCS has unanimously agreed on a 4-team playoff starting in 2014.
Finally.
We did it, America. Hashtag USA. I'm clapping if you can't hear.
Hashtag clap you. Hashtag USA.
Hashtag clap. That's another new hashtag we made to let people know you're clapping. Anyways, so yeah, it's been unanimously agreed on by the BCS. They have to present it to some sort of oversight committee. You know how that bullcrap works. It's gonna pass, and frankly, we've done it. The one part that confuses me though is now a selection committee, which we're still always gonna have that problem. It's gonna be some computer or some rich old white guys in a secret room voting on who goes where. So I mean, honestly, the little guy, the Boise State, is still pretty much just as much outside looking in as they were before. They have a chance maybe, as opposed to before when they just had zero shot in hell. Now these little schools have a chance maybe. That's really all the progress we've made on that front. But the 2 national semifinal games would be played within the existing BCS bowl games, i.e. Fiesta, Orange, Rose, Sugar, on a rotating basis, and the host of the national championship would be offered to the highest bidding city, more like a Super Bowl than designating one of those 4 spots every year. Now, my question, though, and granted we haven't hammered out everything yet, but how's this going to work when 2 of the semifinals will take place in existing bowls? So let's say the Fiesta Bowl and the Orange Bowl are your semifinals this year. The winner of those 2 bowls will play each other for the championship. What happens to the other 2 bowls? What do we do with the Rose and Sugar? Like, does that mean anything?
Well, Boise State goes to one of them every year.
That's true. They get one of those bowls on the outside looking in. But I mean, what I would have liked, and obviously I'll take what I can get. We'll take this for now and see if we can build on it as we go. Is an 8-team playoff where the system is exactly like it is right now. We don't change that. I'm not a huge fan, but we don't change it. But we take the winner of each of those 4 bowls, and then 2 play each other and eat whatever, and then you got your semis, and then you have your finals. So my thinking is you have 8 teams: Fiesta, Orange, Rose, Sugar. Each one of those winners, like the Fiesta winner will play the Orange winner, Rose winner will play the Sugar winner, and then the 2 winners from there play in the national championship. That way you still have every bowl. Every bowl still means something. Maybe you invite 2 other bowls to the party to become the semifinals. Maybe the Cotton Bowl shows back up. Maybe the Alamo Bowl.
No.
Maybe the Idaho Potato Bowl.
Get out of here.
What? You're not a fan of the Idaho Potato Bowl?
Not the Gaylord Music City Bowl.
You're reaching.
I'm naming obscure bowls just because I like to. But I mean, you could get some classic bowls that had some history to them. Poinsettia, Cotton. Boom. There you go. Or include those in the beginning. So make it so teams play the Fiesta, Orange, let's say Fiesta, Sugar, Cotton, Poinsettia, then Orange and Rose is the semis, and then you have the finals. I feel weird just listing off these random things. I keep forgetting they're college bowl games.
We're talking about bowls. I'm hungry.
All right, well, let's get out of here so we can eat. 3 up, 3 down time. Down number 3. This is a good one. Tony Parker suffered a scratched cornea during a fight between Chris Brown and Drake at a nightclub. He's suing the nightclub for $20 million, claiming he got a shard of glass in his eye and actually almost lost his eye.
I don't get why he gets to the nightclub, though. It's not their fault there was a bar
And
fight.
what the hell are Chris Brown and Drake doing?
Well, they were saying the reason for he's trying to sue the club is he said that there's not enough security there to protect him.
And since when did Chris Brown start beating men?
Right.
I thought it was just women. Whatever. I guess it goes both ways now. Down number 2, the Minnesota Vikings Reportedly, their number one wideout, Percy Harvin, has requested a trade. I should note he has returned to practice, but it's not clear if he has taken his request off the table. And down number one, this is good. This is good for us. It's good for the world, for humanity, that there's still hope. It's bad for this guy. Jerry Sandusky will spend between 60 and 442 years in prison. And I do not have an official confirmation, but it is widely believed that he will most likely rot in hell. So, you know, good for us as a community for really getting rid of that guy. Uptime.
Can we do a down 1A?
Oh, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Because as it was breaking yesterday or earlier today, Emeka Okafor, down 10 years in the NBA, only plays for Charlotte, New Orleans, and Washington.
Ouch.
It's a bad career.
That is pretty depressing. He had such promise. Emeka. You knew he was going to be good when his name was Emeka. Anyways, it is Uptime. I always like to leave you on a positive note. Unfortunately, it's not that positive when we get to the end, but you'll see. Up number 3, Jeremy Lin and Chauncey Billups. That's right, Linsanity's alive.
For the love of God, why?
They have been awarded what is called bird rights, allowing their current team to re-sign them even if it means going over the salary cap. First player to get these rights, Larry Bird. Hence the name. Uptime number 2, Ashton Eaton. You probably never heard the name, but he set the world record for decathlon points. I guess it's a points-based system. We had some over like 9 grand points, 13 points better than the all-time world record. This is a 2-day event, people. That's 2 days straight of running and swimming and flying and hiking and swinging and whatever you do. All that stuff, 2 straight days, world record. So good for him. Good for you, Ashton Eaton. And up number 1, LeBron James and the Miami Heat.
That's not an up.
NBA champions. Oh, and this music being played right now, I should mention, TMZ has reported that while he was in prison before, right after being like arrested and everything before the trial, Jerry Sandusky, all the other inmates in the prison would chant the song, or the particular line from this song here, which is, of course, Pink Floyd's The Wall. They would chant the particular line, "Hey teachers, leave your kids alone," and would repeatedly chant it just on and on as Mr. Sandusky was going to sleep. Here we go. Rot in hell, Sandusky. See you on the other side. All right, that's going to do it for us. Next week, we'll break down what the Cavs have done in the draft and other things. And it's time to start getting really more into baseball because it's about to be the only thing. All right, so for Chris, for Von Erich, for Ashley, I am Ralphie saying good night, everybody. We will see you next week, same time, same place. Remember, tweet at us, #HeatAvenger and #HighOnSports. A good night, everybody.